right, welcome to Common Hood. It's your man Simon P coming with you another Wacky Friday with my man Calvin over here. We're gonna hit a little topic and give you something to feed your soul and spirit once again to get you ready for the weekend. Today, my man texts me something about friendship, telling me, come up with something. I'm like, well, friendship is the one then. They ain't gotta come up with nothing because friendship is like the end of the word has ship.
Yep.
You're the captain of the ship on what you bring to somebody else in order to bring friendship.
Right.
So, and before you came here today, I had a longtime friend of mine called me and said that, a ship you got a guide.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she said, remember this phase, so I'm going to share it right now. She said, don't come to me if you ain't happy.
There it is.
And she said that, and I said, well, hey, they come to you because you silhouette type. But it's like, it stops a lot of people.
Right.
That make you check your self-inventory. So in getting into a friendship today, just to feed someone's soul, and hopefully it grabs somebody that need it, I just want to talk about the positive of friendship, how impactful it can be, but yet how impactful the negative things.
Right.
So I like to start off with the negative and get it out the way, because what friendship happens, whether it's friendship with your two homeboys,
right,
flock of females as friends,
right.
We all go seek those social activities on the weekends like this, whether it's husband and wife,
right.
whether it's boyfriend and girlfriend,
right,
whether it's teammates. At the end of the day, it all have that common blend with having that friendship, right? So I always thought, when I thought about the negative, I said how emotional it'd be when there be a breakup.
It's a hurting feeling. It's a hurting feeling. I think in my experience, I think most friendships can last if each individual person understands the makeup of each one. Like if you friendships start out like, basically for me, it started out, what can you do? What can I do? Type of thing. And then it bonds. As time go on, it bonds.
Well, when you said makeup, automatically I was thinking about makeup.
Yeah.
Like that's what the hell it be when you meet people at first.
Yeah.
It's a makeup.
It's a makeup.
You making up.
Yeah.
You ain't your real self until
you get deep down in there and
digging a little bit.
Genuinely, I think my friendships tend to last a long time, even though when I get into a friendship with somebody, certain things happen, along the way. You have disagreements, certain little fallouts here and there. But I think that the character to the both individual people, whoever you're in the friendship with, that character makes the friendship, to last a long time. You'll know your friends. Like your mom used to say, you can count them on your hand.
Well, I was about to say that.
You count them on your hand.
When you can count them on your hands, you saying hands, I'm saying hand.
Yeah.
So over the course of time,
you'll know they fall off.
Mama may say you can have friendship on your hand, but my dad always say you be lucky you can count enough of them on one hand.
But that's actually true. Because over years, you'll know, because due to bad times, the good times, or whatever. If they stick with you those times, that's your friend. That's the one that you can count. You can call your brother.
Well, that's why it's so far and few in between, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So you can't have but so many. So I'm gonna give an example. Like, if you're married, that's that one friendship. Well, you know how much time that one take.
Oh man, I'm tired right now from no.
Yeah. Whether it's the friendship, the marriage, or a good solid boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to say. And then you have the this your social time with your friend. Like, okay, it's the weekend time. Sometimes you may get caught up in that. But what gets me is when the impact of how negative it becomes when you get disturbed by the friendship.
Right. When you say disturbed.
Well, let's just say you piss me off right now. Emotionally, I'm going to be angry with you.
Yeah.
I may say, man, I spent all my time vibing with you, and you like that. That's what gets into it the most.
Yeah.
And then some along the way. And these are a few characteristics I'm saying about the negative part of it. Kind of blends across all type of friendships.
Right.
So we talk about a loss of time, of saying how much I invested
Right.
with you.
Right.
It's like having a quarterback being with a team a long time. Like most recent, say like Tom Brady, he was with New England a long time.
Yeah.
Well, when it was time to go, the fans took it emotionally.
Yeah, they did.
He took it emotionally. Like, hey man, I still got it in me. What you mean? I can't do no more. Pay me my money. What you mean you finna build a future? When have my game been off?
Right.
To violate that. So, but what happened was, okay, we lost time with each other. Bitterness has happened.
Right.
Anger.
Right.
And we talking about sports now.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to dwindle this down to like this friendships.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna ask you something. So some of the fallouts in friendships happen over finances too, money.
Oh, yeah.
Money is one of the key things. When I bring that up, I say that I've been through certain situations in my life with friends, real good friends, close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like I still got them. I still got them. We all close. But it happens because of miscommunication, money problems, or you loan somebody money, or different things. It happens because of that. 9 times out of 10, it's like miscommunication.
And give you a rule of thumb about money right quick. Like when it comes to borrowing, you have all of these banks, you have all of these cash advance places.
Yeah.
And I think they start off with loaning $100 and higher.
Yeah.
So you go to your local cash advance, it's $100 to $500.
Right.
You go to the bank, they can give you personal money.
Yeah.
To put all that pressure on the individual,
Yeah,
is totally different.
Totally different.
So my rule of thumb is, if I can't stand and lose it,
don't loan it.
it's best for me not to loan it, because when you give me that due date, I notice the system. If you miss that due date,
it's the interest rate. You got some interest on it.
It's interest.
Yeah.
It's possibility of losing your credit, but a standalone, it's a little different.
It's different. Different. What I mean, what I meant to say with that is, it's like when it came to the problem. When I say money, it's like even in your marriage, it's the same thing.
Oh yeah,
money, man, is something that I loan it if I have it. I give it.
I try to become friends with money.
Huh?
I'm trying to learn how to become a friend with money. I mean,
come on, man. Come on.
I try to learn how to become friends with money.
Listen.
Like, how does money work? How do we make it? How to not lose it? So it's a friendship with me.
The friendship with money is, for me, I give, I borrow, I pay back, I do certain things with it, and I build with it, and you build with it. But when I mean by friendship, sometimes that plays a role.
That's a factor.
It's a factor.
That's a factor.
That's not just all around.
It's one of the things that can break up marriage or just friends organically. It can. But when the borrower don't pay, it breaks a little level of trust. That's the thing about money. My rule of thumb is, I can afford to give you 50 to 100.
Right.
I give it to you, don't pay it back, no problem. I shouldn't have to worry about you asking no more. But that same amount should be on your head. But it's not a deal breaker to violate my friendship.
Right.
For that.
Right. I had a buddy of mine.
It's not a deal breaker. But however, will it tap into another attribute of the negative things that come from a broken friendship? Money, as well as different parts, like some people say infidelity or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It violates the trust. And when you violate that trust, let's just say the person may not have ever thought about the trust and say, I can't trust them like that.
Now,
that's what happens.
That's what happens. Now, here's the positive aspect of that. Mm-hmm. When you say negative and positive, here's the positive aspect of that. You have in your marriage infidelity. Say you had infidelity in your marriage, right? And
I ain't do it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, in general, if you had infidelity in your marriage and you got busted or whatever, so that broke. That's a breach of trust.
Yeah,
that's a breach of trust there. So in the relationship, sometimes people fail to realize that certain things happen for a reason, And when it happens for a reason, it can make the relationship a lot stronger.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I believe, I do believe that. But like I say, the anger and the friendship where it breaks up and the loss of time, for me, it deals with me the most.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that come to my mind. Like that son of a. But I lost my time with this cat, man.
Yeah.
Whether it's a wife or a friend or this whomever. Like your time is, to me, it's a commodity. Time is a serious
thing, man.
Commodity.
Yep.
And they keep you so occupied that when your time be miscalculated by people or broken, it's just already, okay, your job wants 50 hours of your time. You can say you got a 40-hour work week, but it's an hour to get there, an hour to get back. Then you got to deprogram before you get back into your own oasis of peace. And then you got the time of calculating this, calculating that. So when I invest my time with a friend,
right,
with a person that you want to try to get the best out of it. So for me, my biggest issue, man, I actually be mad about the loss of time.
And you're right about that. The time, excuse me.
My time is what
it really matters, because even to make adjustments to certain things for a friend, and put time aside for that particular thing.
That's what I'm saying. You putting time.
You're putting time aside. Like, I'm just being honest. Today when I was rushing. I was rushing. I had so much going on, and I said I got to get there. My wife said, "You going?" I said, "I definitely gonna go." That's part of the program.
It's becoming a ritual.
It is. So I said, and then I was on the phone out there in the parking lot trying to finish up something else. I said,
we heard the voices.
Yeah. So I think that time is when you put time into somebody's friendship, and you put your time, basically what you're saying, time. You're making time for what's important to the other individual person.
It's like if I go to college and let's just say I blow it.
Yeah.
You wasted time.
Waste your time. That's a bad thing to say, because I'm not even that. In marriage, think about it. You've been married 29 years, man. And all 29 years of that, and all of a sudden some people 40 years, and all of a sudden you break up, get divorced.
Yeah.
All that time, you can't get it back.
Nah, you can't get it back. And that's why, for me, that's the hardest thing about any friendship. It's a violation of my time.
Yeah, I got you.
I can get over being angry because you don't want to walk around anger.
Right.
And then just forgetting the things that happen.
Right.
Like dropping that, like, how do I drop this shit? Like right now.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it'd be hard to move on. And you have to adjust from those things when it happens.
Yeah.
So that's a whole new routine.
Right.
So if you say you've been with somebody 29 years, whether you like it or not, you on a routine.
Yeah, you on routine every day.
Almost every day.
Every day.
But whittling that down to your friends. You may have some friends that, hey, football season, they expect it.
Yeah.
Where you at for the game? Where you at for the game? Going to the cigar bar, where you at, or hitting a movie. It all involves that time, and for me, I'm trying my best to focus on my time a little bit different. And for me, when there's a transition up out of here, and you start getting a few break sticks on you, whatever the case.
Try to shave mine in. I got them though, boy.
You know they there.
They there, buddy.
You can help all you want, but you know they there.
They there.
But that's time. So. Let's just get off the negative part, because we just want to just wrap it up with things that are positive.
Exactly.
And one of the things I want to say to keep a friendship when it goes bad, in any relationship, like I say, it's an accountability issue.
Yep. I believe that wholeheartedly.
So if I cross you, Cal, or you cross me, well, I'm going to let you know. When you cross me, I'm the type to say, hey, partner.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna let that go no more. Let's just establish this right now. But if you can't, I understand. We cool.
Yeah.
To me, that's saying that's accountable. You did something that I really don't like.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm gonna go and tell you.
Yep.
Right now. So that accountability is hard, because sometimes we be like, let me just brush it off. Maybe.
I got a buddy of mine right now. and he's a friend of mine in Jacksonville, Florida. And he's one of those type guys like that.
Duval?
Yeah, Duval. He's one of those type
How you
guys,
say it?
ex-military.
Duval.
But he's from Detroit, and I'm from Chicago. But we kicked it when I used to live up there. And he's definitely one of those type of people where if you do something to him, he gonna let you know right then and there what's going on. He said, this don't cause us to break up. He said, but I'm gonna let you know how I feel about this situation.
It's holding you accountable.
Hold you accountable, and you need those type of friends in your life.
Yeah, you need them, and everybody not like that because sometimes it's looked at as you being aggressive or you being just too straight up.
Nah,
it's how it's looked, and sometimes people kind of let it roll a little bit, and it kind of festers out of control a little bit.
Yeah.
So but going back when you saying that hard times, like sometimes your enemies can create strength or growth. Elaborate on that a little bit.
What they say, what don't kill you make you stronger.
What don't kill you will make you stronger.
May make you stronger. So if you feel like somebody hurt you or somebody did you wrong, or even society or whatever's out here, what don't kill you make you stronger. And I'm one of those prime people to know that I've been homeless, ate out of garbage cans before. I've been through a whole lot in my life. So it didn't kill me, but it made me stronger. I'm able to overcome certain things that an average person can't do. You know, I mean, you
did it.
Yeah.
It's just that we might can't conceive that it can happen.
Yeah.
But it may have to go to it. But I look at it as, well, you did it. I hope I don't have to do it.
Yeah, that's true too.
To be put to that test to say,
I didn't want it to happen to me, but it did.
That's what I'm saying. That's not a first choice for anyone. So, I look at it as what are you getting out of that downfall from your friendship. So I'm just gonna say, like, I don't want to use the word spiritual, but sometimes it makes you reach a higher space.
It does. It makes you reach deep down inside to push harder.
Makes you reach
deep down inside to push harder. Some people give up. They give up. They're like, hey, I can't do it no more. That type of thing. Some individuals, they push harder because of it. They're like, I'm not gonna allow society to get me down. I'm not gonna allow this person to get me down. I'm not gonna allow this to happen. I text you something earlier and said if my subject was gonna be "Don't worry, be happy" type thing.
Yeah, don't worry, be happy.
You remember the man that made the song, right? Now, people fail to realize he committed suicide. He made the song.
I know that?
Yeah, he made the song.
Yeah.
That's why you saw them working around with the smiley face with the hole in the head, the t-shirts with the hole in the head. You remember those t-shirts?
That's
exactly what it was. He shot himself in the head. What happens is when he made that song, he made it for a reason. Don't worry about anything. If you do, you don't die. You definitely gonna die spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And then if you reach deep down inside, you can be happy about just having life, being alive, man. Being able to still do. We got so much to be thankful for.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And though we have, we do live on planet Earth. We're not on Mars, we're not on Zenith. But yeah, I guess the Matrix is a lie. So, when it comes to worrying, I just say this, I have my family members for me is my strength.
Yeah.
So that's it starts there.
Right.
So my brothers, they mean each in their own right. They mean, and then my children, and then everything kind of after that, I can forget them quick.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
If I don't want to hold you accountable for way action, that means I probably not gonna deal with you too much.
Right.
But one of the things that I think happens when you do come out of an unequal friendship, things that don't go well, I just love the time that you have to reflect on everything.
Yeah. You kind of having a falling out with certain individuals, and you kind of when it goes subside and goes this other way, go your way. You have time to reflect on that and that part in your life and say, okay, what happened?
Exactly.
What did I do? Basically,
what did I do?
What did I do? Can I do it different next time? Type of things, because it ain't necessarily the other person. It's always two people involved.
But it's two people, but sometimes you can say, sometimes you don't do nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing is saying, hey, I gotta cut now.
Yeah,
I can't go back.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I reflect and say, I need to try to work on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad, dog.
Yep.
My bad.
And
that was me throwing eggs at your car.
The humility part. And for men, the humility part is so crucial.
Right.
When you feel like you messed up, you don't want the other male person that you messed up with.
We macho now.
You're macho. But I found out in life, man, if you able to be upfront and be able to say, hey, man, I'm sorry, man, it didn't go like I wanted it to go, man, I'm working on it, I'm doing what I got to do. I do that all the time in my life, man. Like, I make sure I tell the other individual person, I'm working on it, I'm finna do this. And then I make an effort. That effort, it means a lot.
Right.
I think that in my past relationships, friendships or whatever have you, I did the same thing. They might have messed up, whatever have you, and I was like, well, and it took years for me to break the severance because it's hard for me to just cut off a friendship. I'm that type of guy. If you say you're my friend or my brother, I'm probably gonna stick with you to the end. And then you have to do something really, astronomical to really hurt me, to make me feel like, hey, man, I can't deal with it.
For me, I just like to let it happen organically.
Yeah. I got you.
Me, I'm organic. If it's meant,
yeah.
it'll be there.
Yep.
If it's meant.
Yeah.
Now I reflect on what I did. That's why I say that. But that accountability to me become first.
Yep.
To the person, whether I'm wrong or right.
Yep.
It's always got to be humble when you're talking about apologizing or whatever the case may be. But I used to love a former partner in my life. I always say that, it ain't what you say, it's your actions.
It's your actions.
And what you say, the actions. And my actions, once I can reflect on that, that to me that's when the self-reflection always equal to the personal development.
Yep. I like that. Say it again. Self-reflection.
Self-reflection always leads to personal development.
There you go. I like that.
You can go get all your personal development books.
Yeah.
That you want to get. They help, but
inside you though.
Yeah. So until you get punched in the mouth yourself, hey.
Yeah.
Now you got a chance to reflect. How did you?
Muhammad Ali on rope a dope, man.
Yeah, how did you get roped the dope? How did it happen? So reflecting on that experience is just everything, and I think through that I say it's self-reflection equals personal development, but that's that refining period that you have too.
Yeah.
And instead of saying refine, let's just say you mature.
Right.
Some regress. Some progress.
Right.
But those that's trying to self-reflect for that personal development, that's a redefinement.
Yeah,
so when I hear people say, "Oh, I ain't the same goddamn person you met 10 years ago," and I be like, "Okay, this is gonna be interesting to observe this and what you're talking about." Especially when I just meet them. That's the one for that. Because when I catch them, if I ain't gonna say catch. And I'd be like, okay, well, you were showing me this.
Right.
So now you went there.
Right.
Was that who you was 10 years ago?
You know what? My wife.
It's like, was that who you were 10 years ago?
I like that part because my wife says to me, she says, if she makes me mad, you have to really make me mad for me to come out my mouth any kind of way, It takes a lot for that to happen.
Right.
But so if she makes me mad.
It don't take a lot, just the right thing.
The right thing to say. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. So when I get mad and I say things out my mouth, and that's even with some of the guys that I'm associated with, and I'm like, I don't like that side of me, but it's in me. And when I say that, it's part of me. You try to keep that part down, but it's still part of me. So when a person say, I'm not the same guy I was, now he might not be the same guy as far as like maybe he was doing drugs or maybe he was doing this and maybe he was doing that. He's not that same guy like that. But the individual makeup on the inside that you had is still there.
Well, you know it's impossible to be the same.
That part.
In an environment that creates that's changed. It's like nothing nothing stays the same. You know, it's like
it evolves.
You know, like it's like watching technology. Like if you can remember cell phones, you know, they had them in a bag. Yeah. Which I didn't own one.
Beepers.
So definitely,
beepers,
you know,
pagers.
You know. But you know, embracing that change. Now, some of the changes, I'm like, I don't want to embrace that.
Right. But see, here's the thing: it has evolved. It didn't change. It evolved.
It evolved. It's kind of like nothing new under the sun.
Exactly. What I mean when you say, like you said this, right? Watch this. So when you said the cell phone changed, okay. So when they first came out with technology for us to have like communication with each other outside of the household. So they came up with them pagers. You remember them pagers?
Yeah,
the beepers. They just beep.
How old are you?
And they buzz. I ain't telling my age, man. But they beeped and they buzzed and they did different things.
Back to the Future.
Guess what they did? Guess what the only thing they did? They evolved it into a phone that still beeps. It still vibrates just like the pager did. It still shows the number just like the pager did. It just added features to it. Yeah. So there's, like you said, there's nothing new under the sun. It just evolves to make it look like it's new. But it really is the same thing.
It's really the same thing.
Yeah.
It just added, like all the resources the man upstairs already gave it to us. We just figuring it out, trying to make it easier. And I think it's going to be a tear down in the near future. Because I'll be like, okay, they say the internet take a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Now AI, it's like, okay, well, how much energy is that going to take? So it's like, oh, I'm like, well, damn, maybe this may be hell. We blow our own damn selves up.
I ain't trying to think about listen, I ain't trying to think about the grid going down, man. If the whole grid go down.
If the whole grid go down. So it might be a possibility. And then if the whole grid go down, no technology. You see how valued this topic is with friendship?
Oh, yeah. Big time. You're going to need that friend.
You're going to need that friend that you don't have. You know, it's just like going out to dinner. I like to bust in a restaurant and see couples together and everybody like.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Everybody.
It makes me so angry, man. I'm talking about. I don't like that. They do it all the time.
Everybody, you go to the bus stop, you see the kids back in the day.
Yeah,
back in the day, you might be playing a little football till the bus come, or a little basketball, standing up, something. And now everybody by the bus is
on their phones. And you know what's so bad about that, bro? You go into another subject. You have to get another subject on this one. Because I'm gonna speak on it for a man, because this is crucial. This is very crucial. Even in marriages, man, it's so bad that you can sit in your let-out couch, you know, your wife next to each other, you know, get ready to probably watch a movie. Next thing you know, you look over there and she on her phone Facebooking it. You know, I mean, through the whole movie. What happened now? But through the whole movie, Facebook.
I'm going to sleep.
You know what I'm talking about?
Depending on what the movie is.
And then, not only that, when you go out to dinner with your family, everybody got technology around the table. Even if you're in a household nowadays, back in the day, we used to all sit around the table together and have dinner together, right or wrong.
Well, you know, that's why, you know, in touching this subject of friendship.
Yeah.
You know, distractions like some of this stuff really hinders our ability to learn to communicate.
Big time.
And that's what you're seeing now, especially when you could say, you take the youth, when we say things like, man, these kids different now.
They different.
They haven't had that experience to learn to communicate and forced to be able to talk. You know,
communication back in our day.
Communication. If you saw a pretty girl, you might be like, "Oh man," the confidence.
Yeah.
You go over, but now some people, you be hearing people saying, "Oh, I just DM'd her."
That's it. DM.
Yeah,
I just DM'd her, man.
I just DM'd. And she respond back. She respond back. If not, I don't care. I give a darn.
Yeah.
But how much more impactful is established communication?
And I think communication is definitely key in friendship and relationships as well. I mean, it's a key component.
Right.
And if I'm at home upstairs and my wife's downstairs, well, and she needs to tell me something, she ain't finna walk up the stairs and tell me. You know what she gonna do? She might holler, or she might call me on the what? The cell phone, or she'll text me a message. And she's downstairs in the same house now, but she'll text me a message. I'm looking at the text message. I'm like, hey, this what you get about communication? It'd be so crucial. It'd be so nice just to have her come upstairs, or you know, say, hey, listen, I need to talk to you in a little bit when you get done with what you're doing. You come downstairs, we talk. Man, look, communication is not there anymore, bro. I used to like talking on the phone. Hey, bro, how you doing? What's up? Now I ain't talking on the phone no more. Everybody's so busy. And we get, which is true, we all busy.
Well, and tying all that communication up, you know, obviously to fix a broken friendship, you know, I guess we sum it up saying, you know, we need to communicate it all in order for it to proceed.
Exactly.
So,
face to face.
Face to face. Yeah, it's always better. And then after that, you know, we all can do a little pampering and come back to friendship, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
But we just leaving you with a food of thought, saying how important friendship is.
Yes.
And remember the word friendship, it ends with ship. And you're the captain of your ship, and you must guide it. And in guiding it, you know, it's establishing some friendships. And that's a difficult one, because sometimes you get burnt. Like,
been there.
I know I'll say, hey, I forgave him.
Yeah.
But they ain't got to worry about me running it down. Like, I can't believe it. So I'm not immune. I'm not a perfect for as that.
Yeah.
And I don't think no one is. But they say time, going back to that time.
Yep.
They say time eventually will heal all wounds.
And time will heal too.
Yes. So time is a commodity, and time can heal all wounds. Things gonna change with time.
Yes, sir.
Time is on my side. Anyway, man, another Wacky Friday down in the hole.
Yeah.
And hopefully we be blessed to see another one.
I pray I do. I pray that I do.
Share something positive out here, and take the information for the weekend. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Have your blended, fun, extravagant time.
Stay
This
safe.
is Common Hood. This is Simon P. We're out.